30 years later for my country. So what I want to just say quickly, Mr. Babasha, and while we have this little time left, is we have to be very involved. David, is David here? David can rebuttal this. We also have to be involved with regards to the global music industry. The global music glamorization is too much, and people like me are here to really stop it and educate our own. And that's what I'm asking different countries to do. I told the Ghanaians yesterday, you have to educate your own children. Wiz Khalifa was one of my clients in America when he was starting hip hop, and I was his publicist. And Wiz is now big to the point that all he does every day on Twitter is to glamorize marijuana. He'll light it up, he'll say this, he'll do that. He'll even tell people that they're not eating properly. That's why they're sick and they must eat fruits and all. I'm examining Wiz's page now because there are some aspects of marijuana that he's talking about that has to do with medicinal marijuana and all that. But at the end of the day, there are people there who are doing exactly what he's telling them to do. So if you go to Wiz Khalifa's page, see his posts, look at the comments. It's not good for our children. It's very important. I've talked to him a lot, but he wouldn't listen. You can't, get to some musicians. The second one is Snoop Dogg. I also know Snoop Dogg. I've interviewed him twice. Snoop Dogg, okay, Nigerians, listen carefully to this because many of you don't know this. Snoop Dogg takes medical marijuana, and he was one of the first recipients in California when they passed the bills in the 90s. If you notice his eyes look funny, and he has glaucoma. And glaucoma is one of the uses of medical marijuana. Even me that I'm talking, I dispensed a lot of it at Johns Hopkins Hospital. It's legal in many states. Not every state, but it's legal. Medical marijuana became the medical drug for Snoop Dogg. But Snoop Dogg crossed over without his medicine and started to glamorize it a lot. So people associate Snoop Dogg with weed, blowing, puffing, all that. But he's one of those people that can still carry his medicine on him, but he can't enter Dallas, Texas, because marijuana, that's the only state that does not legalize marijuana. There's others, but Dallas is the main one. That's where they usually arrest celebrities at the airport. They arrive at Dallas airport and they carry marijuana and they're arrested. So please, talk to your children about the global music glamorization. The third one is the one that Ikem was talking about, Barista Ikem. It's very big. Please, everybody go read about it. I'm sure some of you know about YSL. YSL, Mr. Babafemi, was an entire record label. Young Thug, Ghana, many artists, 16 artists, everybody arrested because the Atlanta DA, the district attorney, and the FBI said they were a gang. And now we've seen it. They were a huge gang. They sang about drugs and they were trafficking big time. All that covered up by the record label. And these boys were talented rappers. So this is very, very important. The case is going on in federal court in America. Some of them have been released. Some of them had to snitch on others, but the big ones are still in. So That's what I want to say about global music glamorization. Pay attention to it and talk to your children with it. David, what do you have to say about that one?
Dr. Kemi Oluloyo. Dr. Kemi.
Yes?
You are the one calling David. I'm the host of the show. Please.
No, I want David to answer directly on that Snoop Dogg, Wiz Khalifa stuff.
Let me ask him now, Dr. Kemi.
I will take over this. You that we know you're a special advisor to the president soon. I'm only kidding though.
Thank you. Okay, go ahead, David, if you have something. Otherwise, I have quite a lot in our GM that I would love to quickly go through some other. Like I said, this is being streamed on Facebook, on YouTube, and on IG. But go ahead, David.
I think Dr. Kenny has said it all. So I don't talk much. So I think she's done all already. So you can go ahead.
I said so. Thank you very much, David. David thinks it is not. He doesn't talk much like Dr. Kenny. Okay, I think we have Patrick Inze. Patrick Inze says, I think this should be from Facebook. Substance use disorders are associated with a wide range of short and long-term health effects. They can they can vary depending on the type of drug, how much and how often it's taken, and the person's general health. Overall, the effects of drug misuse and dependence can be far-reaching. Okay, still him. Drugs are chemicals that affect the body and brain. Different drugs can have different effects. Some effects of drugs include health consequences that are long-lasting and permanent. They can even continue after the person has stopped using. That's for him there. Okay, let's take another one. Okay, this is from Miriam Khalid. Miriam Khalid says, okay, I'm watching from Zaria City. Thank you, Miriam. Ukeme Umuren, that was a wonderful one. Thank you, Ukeme. Then Karim Azizat Opayemi, I'm listening from Lagos. Thank you, Karim Azizat. Abdulaziz Babagari says he's listening from Taraba State. Thank you, Abdulaziz. Teslim Raji says he's listening from Iwo in Osun State. Then Teslim Raji also says this program is wonderful and educative. Thank you very much, Teslim. Olaoye James, watching live in Akure, Ondo State. Thank you, Olaoye. Where is this? Okay, Raji Babatunde. Raji Babatunde says the government needs to show serious commitment to the war against drug abuse, more especially within secondary schools, and also the government should make it clear to these musicians and entertainment industry that their mandate is to promote drug-free content. Okay, can government actually? Well, I'm sure there are different government agencies that are saddled with different responsibilities as far as this concerned. But there was actually something that Dr. Barry Abotu Johnson the first was saying, which I wanted to respond to before he veered up into that the controversy of politics, and that was the fact that whether the NDLA should have gone to police barracks, army barracks. I can tell you that is the whole essence of the advocacy initiative or platform of the agency, that is War Against Drug Abuse, that is primarily designed to mobilize every citizen, everybody to get involved. And on this platform, the agency has been going to not only primary schools, secondary schools, tertiary institutions, but also workplaces, which where the barracks, the police barracks, the military formations fall under. So, including other public service institutions, MDAs, ministries, departments, and agencies, all of these places, our formations, our men, our officers and men have been going to these places for advocacy, to deliver sensitization lectures, and we'll be working in partnership with all of these institutions of government to take this message around to their people. Not only to take the message, some of them have also worked with us to conduct drug integrity tests for their men, for their personnel. And we're doing this. We're not just doing this for other government agencies or other institutions of government, but we also do it at the level of the NDLA itself. So let's please get things appropriate, information right, so that when we come to public space, we don't just say things that would create some impressions that are not right. And we do appreciate his contribution. It's just that the whole thing was he decided to take it off to another level. Okay, let's quickly we have just about less than 20 minutes more. Let's take some more contributions from legendary, that's Bubagao. Please, in 20 seconds, can you ask your question or make your contribution?
Okay, thank you, Baba Femi. Though you already addressed the issues that I want to speak on, and I really want to appreciate our mother, which is Dr. Kemi, for educating us. I have been following you for Instagram, Twitter, any handle, I also follow you, and we really appreciate for educating young people like us in Nigeria. And I want to tell people that this space is only for agency, not for political space, as our daddy say, Baba Femi. Thank you for educating us.
Thank you very much, Bubaga there. We appreciate you. That's the whole essence. We are here to talk about issues that affect lives, and we're not here to play politics. Okay, let's go to the next person, and that's Ajayi Alex Adeyemi. Please quickly, just as brief as Babagao has done, please let's hear from you.
Okay. Good afternoon. I'm speaking from Lagos, and first and foremost, I want to appreciate the entire agency of NDLU for this kind of initiative, for giving, keeping their applicants abreast of the recruitment exercise. And a lot has been said concerning, drug abuse. And one major thing we are ignoring here is, a lot of people have spoken about, rehabilitation center, making provision for rehabilitation center. But I really don't think that's what solved it all. If anybody is being caught for drug abuse or drug traffication, let the person go through thorough disciplinary measures. If anybody goes through such thorough disciplinary measures, I think that will scare a lot of people who have the same urge for drug abuse or drug traffication. That's just all I want to say, sir. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Ajayi Alex. We believe for those who are involved in drug trafficking, they know what they are going through when they are prosecuted and convicted. But for those who abuse these substances, we do try to accept in some cases when some of them have some criminal background or profile, but then we try also to get them, help, and that's why we have all the necessary facilities as well as mechanisms and platforms in place to assist some of these people. Thank you once again, Ajayi Alex Adeyemi. Let's move quickly. Within the time left, let's move quickly to Oluwadare Gideon. Oluwadare Gideon, quickly in 10 seconds.
Okay, so good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Please go ahead.
I appreciate you, sir, for this opportunity. What I would just want to say is that looking at our society, we see that there is a structure for everything. What I meant by this is that we are actually fighting the effect of drug and its abuse. Why not actually look it from the root? For instance, I'm based in Osun State, and virtually every day I'm almost in tears seeing guys abuse drugs to the point that sometimes ambulances comes and pick them from where they are to the hospital. So what I'm trying to say is that is the government making every effort first to stop the importation and production of these drugs rather than controlling its effect. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Oluwadare Gideon. I'll tell you that that's the whole essence of our drug control efforts. I'm sure if you follow our activities through our statements or on our social media handles, you will notice all our weekly reports where we report the arrests and seizures, whether at the airports, seaports, land borders, and across the country, every state, every community, all of those. We have been doing that. I can tell you that in the last 2 years alone, we have made more than 26,458 arrests, out of which we have about 34 drug bearers who are standing trial. And beyond that, we have also seized more than 5,730 tons of illicit substances. So we're doing quite a lot of this, but then don't forget that it's not all about the agencies, about all of us. We all need to get involved as communities, as faith-based organizations, community-based organizations, non-governmental organizations, so all of us. And that's why you can see David is contributing his own quota. He's trying to use his own God-given gift to also contribute to this effort. The same thing Dr. Kemi Olunoyo is doing, also using her education, her knowledge to also benefit everybody. So in your own little way, in the community where you see people abusing illicit substances, the community can organize themselves and also do something about that. That's not to say that when this is brought to the attention of the agency, we will not do our own bit. So we'll continue to do all of that. That I can assure you. Thank you very much once again, Oluwada. I'll take one. Okay, let's take Abdulaziz Biodo, please, quickly in 5 seconds. Go ahead quickly.
Okay, thank you very much, sir, for the opportunity, and thank you for the speakers so far. I have attended the live show of David, and I can attest to the good work he is doing. Number one is about scopophilia. There's what we call scopophilia in those who are in the media or who are in the entertainment world. So I would ask, scopophilia simply means the appeal, the sense of appeal. What appeals to the people? So, and during our studies in entertainment, because I did communication, it is agreed that sexuality and drugs sells the music world or entertainment world. So how do we now begin to change theory of change now to change the appeal of the people from sexuality and drug, which the entertainment guys are just taking advantage of to sell their own product, because that's what sells the media. So how do we now begin to sensitize them? That's the entertainment guy, so that they will now use their platforms to rather change the perception of the people. That is one question. Another one is just that about NDLEA. How do NDLEA now create more awareness that when people hear NDLEA, they don't just see arrest and prosecution? Because if you tell somebody now, for instance, if my neighbor's child or son is into drug, and I say, oh, I pick my phone and say, okay, let me report this guy into NDLEA, or I just report your son to NDLEA, you say, hey, you become the person's enemy for life. Instead of seeing the advantage, not necessarily the prosecution, maybe just the sensitization, the counseling, and the treatment. So how do NDLEA now begin to create more awareness so that NDLEA, or maybe create a unit that would handle that, so that it's not about arrest and prosecution and fear? Because when people hear NDLEA, everywhere scatters. They want to catch me, they want to arrest me. So that awareness, that friendliness, like the police say, police is your friend. So I think there is something NDLEA needs to do in that regard, so that drug addicts will see NDLEA as their helper, or as somebody that will take them through their problem. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Abdulaziz. Let me quickly attend to the second part of your question, where I leave David Jones and Dr. Kemi to handle the first part. The second part of your question, basically, that has to do with drug demand reduction efforts, and that I can tell you that's why we have an advocacy initiative called War Against Drug Abuse. Want to mobilize everybody to take ownership of the fight, that is to ensure that we reduce substance abuse to the barest minimum and also take it out of circulation. That is both a combination of drug supply reduction and drug demand reduction, even including prevention. That is also through advocacy. But I can tell you that indeed part of that is what we're doing on this space, so that we can also assure. That's why we provided that we set up that called Drug Abuse Call Center, where we also went a step further to provide a helpline where we have professionals, everybody in place working 24/7 to provide help for people that need help. And that way, we're also letting them know that we're not it's not about coming to arrest you. It's about even you, if you are afraid of arrest or you are afraid of stigmatization, you can stay back in the comfort of your house, dial our helpline, talk to the experts, the professionals there. They will get you help. They will support you. They will assist you without the fear of stigmatization or the fear of arrest. Even that, a lot of them are doing anonymously. So all of that we're doing to break that barrier, to break that gulf, to bridge that gap. So that is that. I hope I'm able to answer that satisfactorily, Abdulaziz. I would have gone for that, but because our time is fast spent, so I'd like to give, let me get the view of David Jones on this, whether in view of his own experience, indeed, according to what Abdulaziz was saying, whether indeed you have this glamorization of substance abuse in the entertainment industry, because substance abuse and sex, those are the things that get you followers, those are the things that promote your music. Would you agree with that submission, David Jones?
Yeah, earlier we need to talk to our children. You understand? Because I mean, it's called pop music. You know, I said music has a rhythm, melody. If the lyrics doesn't appeal to you, the rhythm or the melody will appeal to you. It boils down to the consumers. You understand? If it's not appealing to the consumers, then the seller will not sell. This is music, so it's very difficult. So the best we can do is to talk to what I put it, to choose what they listen to and what they take home from this these songs. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, David. While I leave you to take some breath, in the next 1 minute, I'll come back to you to take your final shot. That's your closing remark. That will be your advice to your fans, your advice to those listening to you there, your advice to those in the entertainment, your colleagues in the entertainment industry. I'll come back to you for that. But let's quickly take the perspective of Dr. Kemi on what Abdulaziz Biodun said. Would you want to react to that in 30 seconds?
Pretty much he said it all. You guys have said it all. David has said it all. You have said it all. Abdulaziz has said it all. We have to educate our children more. And I'm thinking about something I want to do now, an initiative. If everybody will go to that Drug Abuse Africa, I know I've been promoting my Instagram page. I'm going to do a 6-page pamphlet where you can download it and use it as a manual for all the children in the house and young people in your community, how to educate your children about drugs. I'll make the pamphlet so that you can all, print it out and keep it. Things you need to know and things you need to do. It's free. I'm not charging for it. It will be free. So just follow the page. I'm going to do it this weekend. It's important that people can just know what to do, because you cannot change popular culture. It's not going to change. Popular culture is not going to change. People are going to sing about sex, money. My son sings about money all the time. He doesn't do sex and he doesn't do drugs. But they're going to keep singing about prescription drugs, everything. So wait for my pamphlet at Drug Abuse Africa. You said it all. Thank you for having me. Mr. Babafemi, now, thank you for having me.
Please go ahead in 30 seconds.
In 30 seconds, I've talked to you about this show, that we need to do it, and I'm glad we have done it. But don't forget, we didn't have enough time for the rest of the entertainment industry, sports. A lot of athletes are also using drugs, and they also have drugs that the athlete committees are watching them, steroids and all that. All those things fall under substance abuse. Thanks for having me again. I will come back another time.
Thank you very much, Dr. Let me come to David Jones. David, for his final shot, that's his advice to his fans out there, the young people that listen to his music, and to those in his industry. David, over to you, please.
Hi, Tony here. And if you're already my fan, then you know my advice already. But if you're not my fan, and I think you should go listen to my songs, just type David Jones, David, and you have it all there. It's say no to drugs, and if you never start and you won't start, there's no need. Now one chance. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you, David. I don't hear David said now one chance, and honestly, that his music has really dealt on that a lot, warning everyone to stay away from drug. It kills, it ruins dreams, it ruins people's health. So please, let's listen to all of those so that we can stay healthy and we can be useful to ourselves, to our families, and to our country and humanity as a whole. Once again, I would like to appreciate everyone, especially our guest today, David Jones. David, a music artist who has done enormously well to contribute to the drug to anti-drug abuse campaign in the country through his own talent and across all his platforms. We also want to appreciate a major stakeholder, Dr. Kemi Oluloyo, is a pharmacist and an entertainment journalist. She's been of tremendous help in this campaign. Thank you, everyone. We can't thank everybody. We can't read out all your names, but we can appreciate you. We can see you. And for those that will not be able to take their questions, please forgive us. It's not because you are not important. It's just because the time is never enough. Let me quickly thank our friend in Chicago, Illinois, Dr. Loretta. Thank you also, Adetoyinbo, Abdulaziz Biodun, Whiskey FC, awesome guy. I'll check out for you. Thank you, Engineer Abdul Majid. Thank you, Prince Ojimba. Thank you, Kelly, their mama, our mama. Thank you, Barrister Ike Moyulogo, who is also in Atlanta, US. We appreciate your contribution. Thank you, Adewale Omoba, Dr. Barry Avotu Johnson the First. Thank you, Buba Gao. Thank you, Ajayi Alex Adeyemi. Thank you, Luadare Gideon. Thank you, Biodun again. Thank you, everyone. We cannot, like I said, we can't mention all your names, but we can see you. We appreciate you. And let's continue to do this together every Friday, 3 to 5 p.m. so that we can help share facts and save more lives in this process. Thank you once again. It's my pleasure hosting you again. We'll see you again next time, Friday, next week, 3 to 5 p.m. My name, Femi Baba Femi. Do have a wonderful weekend, and I'll hand you over to Mahmoud and all the other guys there, Bamidele, Francis, Philemon, Val, Musa, and everybody. If I can't remember to mention your name, please know that I have you in mind. Thank you guys for being there always. Mahmoud, over to you, please. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Bye.